hanging out with Jack Andraka. He's this unbelievable, incredible 20-year-old prodigy who has great sense of spatial reasoning. Is that what you said?
Amazing. Absolute top notch.
How would you describe yourself to people who don't know you? No, I'm being serious. What would you say to them?
I'm a cancer researcher who spends too much time in the lab, but also goes rock climbing and kayaking. That's my Tinder profile.
It's not your Tinder profile.
No, it absolutely is.
Is it really?
It is.
So, but could you spend too much time in the lab? It's not possible, is it?
No.
You're a researcher. You have to be in there all the time.
Yeah, absolutely not.
20 years old, being a researcher, does that kind of affect the life of a 20-year-old, or is that just norm for you?
No, it's like normal to me. It's like being Hannah Montana. Like you have your regular life, and then you like go into the lab.
Miley Cyrus. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
I hear that analogy all the time.
Very fun.
Jack, your claim to fame, of course, happened a long time ago.
Ages ago.
For you, it was.
5 years. It's a quarter of my life.
A quarter of your life, 5 years. But what you did 5 years ago has a profound effect, not just on you, but the people that you're around, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How do you elevate that? What's next for Jack Andraka?
So what's really next for me are two different things. So it's kind of these two paths I'm taking. The first of which is working on these new types of nanomedicine with nanorobots, DNA circuits, inexpensive biosensors.
Okay, wait, let's stop. Go back. Nanorobots. Are we really talking about things that are so small, but are controllable? We inject inside the body and they kind of do what we want?
Yeah, exactly. So you can pre-program them to do whatever you want. They can like evolve to have the proper treatment. They can do and or XOR, like all sorts of fun things.
Okay.
And they can have artificial neural networks. Like
this is real. This is today's stuff,
Yep.
Or are we talking far in the future?
This is today.
Really?
I've already done this, and so we're preparing this. So super, super exciting. And
how would you utilize this, and what type of situation?
So, for example, let's say you have a cancer. I can inject these, and they can go in, find the tumor, and then what will happen is they'll talk to each other and actually optimize your cancer therapy, choose between 5 different drugs, and optimize the dosage towards your specific cancer. And what we're currently working on is having them for the first time be able to have the targeted delivery of CRISPR reagents to very specific cells.
Which we've joked around about CRISPR. It's common knowledge and conversation around the people you hang out with.
Yeah.
Where most of the world doesn't even know what CRISPR is.
Yeah, and so CRISPR is you can think of it like surgery on your genome, where basically I can go in, targetedly remove this one certain gene or inject like another type of gene, and you can do all sorts of very interesting things with this. For example, knocking down resistance in a cancer cell such that it can be treated with a drug, or potentially reversing the symptoms of diabetes type 1. All sorts of very cool things.
Photoshop for your DNA. How's that?
Yeah,
better?
That is a good way to put it. Genetic surgery just sounds so cool, though, to me.
Yeah, I mean, you took it to a whole new level. By the way, how's the boba?
What? It is amazing.
We're doing boba right now.
Thai tea.
Yeah, all right.
Killing the game.
No, is it good?
It is amazing.
Where's the best boba ever?
T4. T4.
Where's that?
It's like a chain, I think, but there's one right by Stanford campus, and I go there all the time. I got my loyal customer membership card. Get those stamps.
Who do you admire?
Oh, who I admire. So, there's a bunch of different, I would say, so I have a couple of people. My parents, of course, have to give that answer. But also,
Turn left in about half a mile. By the way, something else you're not good at, Jack, is traffic or driving or directions. You're horrible. So your parents, good. What else?
Also, I really admire Daniel Kraft.
Daniel!
Yeah, so
shout out Daniel. Woo-hoo.
Because he came from like a similar setting for me. Both Maryland kids. We did science fair, both interested in medicine. So he's one of my big idols. And then for like my politics side, I really like Samantha Power and Madeleine Albright.
Wow. So some pretty big shoes that you look at. I mean, come on, Daniel, Singularity University, he's at Exponential Medicine, TED speaker. Now, you've done some pretty incredible things. If you have to say, this is that one video I'm always going to show somebody of what really describes me as who I am. Would it be a talk that you gave? Would it be an interview you've done? Or would it be
0.1 miles.
A documentary about you? What would it be?
So I actually haven't done media for a while, just because I've been working really hard in the lab and work on my new projects. However, my big thing is probably why either my 60 Minutes or my TED Talk really gives
Turn left.
60 minutes. And think about who you did it with.
Maury Safer.
He's not around anymore.
I know.
That's amazing.
I almost killed him though in my basement, like because we had wires everywhere.
You almost killed him before he died.
It was really bad.
What happened?
So we had all these wires around in my basement, and like he was going around, and he just fell over on them. I was like, and then he didn't like move for a second. I was like, oh my god, I've killed Morley Safer in my basement. But fortunately, he got up. That was all good.
That would have been news, actually.
Yeah, that would have indeed been news. I can see the headline: Cancer Prodigy kills like esteemed reporter.
I'm trying to move around here. We're driving through the Los Angeles rain, which very rarely ever happens.
Turn right.
I will turn right. Now I'm turning right. Gosh, this is like following your instructions.
Who's the bad driver now?
I'm following Waze because you got us lost several
I
times.
made a wrong turn. Yeah.
Really?
There's not
Turn left.
No, I gotta turn left.
It's very angry.
I don't know what this is.
0.1 miles. Turn left. And then turn left.
All right. So, gonna see you more often?
Absolutely.
Yeah, this is an amazing. I don't want to call him a kid. He is a
Turn
kid.
left.
Everyone younger than me is a
And
kid.
then turn
But
left.
he's gonna change the planet. Thank you. He's gonna change the planet in a big way. Watch what happens with this guy. And I appreciate you hanging out with me for the whole weekend. We almost died at that car race.
Thank you so much for having me.
I love you. Tell me you love me.
#besties.
All right.